Welcome to a cruise ship heist. Chapter 91, Quiet Ones, Second Sea Day. Despite my luxurious new cabin, I hardly slept. Was Jill threatening my daughter? Although Tony appears her only muscle. Who is Jill working for? Because she couldn't know drug money would be on this ship. Someone did. The faster I run on the treadmill, the harder I breathe. The deeper my mind digs for answers. I use the gym to think. Jill knows I was with her all the time her hidden money was left at risk in her suite yesterday. But she also knows the ship wants to make AURIA a star. That puts a target on my daughter's back. Jill has 4 days left to get her money back. This is the start of day 2 of 5 days at sea. And the morning of day 6 the ship docks in Funchal, Madeira. The same timeline pertains to Maria. Whether they are working together or apart, they need to act. I can't allow AURIA to be in any danger, so having her busy liaising with head office in Miami is good. They want the book written before we get to Madeira. If I can end the open bridge policy, she is safe working in the communications room inside the captain's area. That will be secure. Plus, she needs to be moved out of the crew quarters into one of the captain's guest rooms. With her safe, I can assess our enemies. I stop running, but I'm still sucking for air. As my heart rate lowers, I consider not being in uniform for the lecture. Now my military discharge has been made public, it needs a day off. I check my watch. The audience in the packed theatre are looking to be excited. My planned lecture will fall flat after what they've had. I skip the prepared material and start to search through my photo library. You've been away a while, so you might want help to picture a place you call home. I start. The illustration that fills the screen is a cityscape where no building is left standing. Cables hang down, steel is bent and twisted, every building is just a pile of rubble. The slide change on the screen is met with a chorus of sharp breath intakes. This vision includes dead bodies. In the foreground, a child is crushed under bricks. They're uncomfortable. I may have gone too far. We forget what the generation before us went through in the Second World War, the Blitz, the loss, just as we forget the indigenous people of the Americas and the Caribbean that were slaughtered. We think we've moved on. But history repeats itself. War means profit, and there is every reason for many to ensure military conflicts continue somewhere, anywhere. Who are these people? Answer: people with pensions that invest in munitions, people who want their pensions to profit. I slip back into my normal lecture, and the morning flies by, but with a different level of emotion. At the end, Jill comes to the front of the stage. I go straight down to her and act pleased to see her. Keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer. I have yet to show her as my enemy. Tame compared to yesterday, she suggests. I had to bring them down after the last few days. I'm sorry if I was off with you last night. I thought you might want to see my room. Now I have one in a guest-accessible area. But you ran. I'm super pleased for AURIA. I'd love to see her working this chance and encourage her. She can guess where AURIA is, and I need to show her it is shut down. Then I need to unravel her game. She'd love to see you. Fancy a peek behind the scenes? Keeping Jill where I can see her leaves Hunter to investigate Marie L. Ray. Maybe Ronnie should watch Tony. Chapter 92. Stay close. Whatever your fitness, a dozen flights of stairs are a challenge punctuated by an opportunity to chat and get closer to Jill. I need to convince her I'm an individual entity and not part of the ship. If she thinks I know nothing about the money, she might consider employing me and my talents instead of threatening us. I need to be for hire. Hey, they kind of offered me a job, I announce as we turn another half flight of stairs with a large art piece on the wall. There's no way we would get an elevator, with nearly 1,000 people leaving the theatre and heading up to the buffet for lunch. Permanent member of the entertainment staff? Security training. But to be honest, as much as I could do with the money, it doesn't interest me. I thought you said you had money. I keep telling Owlie there's a benefactor, but that's me, and I'm running on empty. I'm hoping the book deal could be a break, but the security job's not a fit. Have you not enjoyed the ship? She asks. What's there not to like? Then take the job. It feels intense, like they take. Plus, they suggested I set a company up rather than offering me an actual job. It might just be them looking for a good ending to the book. They need to explain my drunken leap onto the ship, I confess. I knew that wasn't pre-organised, she exclaims. No, I'm not one of them. Never been on a cruise ship before. Don't know anyone or the ropes. I only came to see my daughter. I don't have the money to set up a business. Get them to brand it and fund it. What's their idea? To edge up training, go from walking pace to running, stop crew from casting a lazy eye when doing the same drills over and over. But then it could all be spin and be fake news, and I'm being used to give them media time. We arrive at B deck, where the bridge is. I stand for a moment to regain composure and leave a space for Jill to fill. Most people have a need to fill a space with talk, which is why interrogators just leave silence. Make them pay for it. Maybe all you need to do is set it up and then let someone else run it. It's easy for you to say that, but everything today is computerized. I'm not technical like that. Maybe we could work together. Now it's time to walk on. A perfect team? I ask. The communications room is behind the bridge, the main control of the ship. Jill follows me in but squeezes behind me and slips to the side, offering only her back to the camera that is pointed at Owlie and us. If she normally avoids security cameras, why did she make the mistake of dragging the money away in plain sight? Or has she decided to dodge a camera since learning she was seen? Only Maria could have told her about her exposure, because Hunter showed the Latina the footage. I checked my thoughts. Georgie knows. I told her. I'm trained to add in everyone, not because I want to. Georgie surely can't be with Jill. Hi, Jill. Dad. I'm woken from my musing and bend down and kiss the top of Owlie's head. My eyes work the space. There are 2 young radio officers at the side desk, working the ship's communications and tracking equipment. Owlie has the lion's share of their room. I acknowledge Christophe, sitting to her right. Hey guys, whose space is this? I deliver to the 2 radio officers, who must have been thinking the inconvenience didn't involve them. I just walked in here unchallenged, slit the throat of your high-value asset, and took over the ship's main communication hub to tell the world I have held her at ransom. With respect, sir, this is not the movies, the senior of the 2 officers says. With a little less respect, officer, I just did it, movie or not. The captain runs an open bridge policy, unless he closes the doors. Then either you close them, lock them, and protect your company's asset, or we move all this down into security, where they at least have muscle and possibly a weapon or 2. But you Navy boys like a butt. Us Army men face the enemy in the eye. She's your asset. She gets full protection, or this stops now. I'll get the captain, sir. You'll lock that outside door, officer, then you'll get the captain. The officer runs out. I lean into Owlie's camera. You want a movie out of this? The stakes must be higher. You want me to advise on security? It starts now. They hadn't asked me, but I was doing an audition anyway. Dad, stop being so melodramatic. What do you think you're doing? Owlie, you just have to trust me for now. I will explain in the fullness of time. Dad, you embarrassed me. I'm your dad. That's my job. I turn to Jill. I don't think I'm going to be very popular. We'll see, is her cheeky, non-committal answer. Chapter 93. Under Guard. A cruise ship has a highly active photographic department with a retail centre using a facial recognition system based on the guest's security picture. The software references every digital shot taken by any member of the team. It recognises the guest, then organises their pictures to be pulled off and available for sale. Clever, eh? Jill tells me. Very, I agree. As much as she might be trying to enhance her IT lie, I read the same sales brochure. It was in the pack left for new guests, and I arrived in my stateroom just yesterday and took special note that they had facial recognition on board. In the Army, we used it for number plates, bags, and even jackets. We followed Aulie to the pool deck in a break from the writer's room for an organised photo shoot. Jill is being nosy. I am watching her and my daughter like a hawk. E is enjoying the attention from the over-enthusiastic team. Like safety drills, the photographer's job can get boring, with the odd wedding or a cabaret act needing new publicity shots being their only break to the routine. This is different. The head of photography has a full brief, including some storyboards. Her team is 4 photographers and some crew in casual clothes as warm props. Christoph watches with pride, but he has been charged with the guard and given 2 officers to assist him. I wonder if their relationship will survive this huge change. Before the first shot is done, Jill excuses herself. I get that she is now avoiding the camera, but I'm still troubled by her previous blatant theft on video. Christoph, stay 100% on guard. Don't let her out of your sight. I mean him to be uneasy. He is charged with a job. I go back to my room, pour a large tequila, and play military-level Cluedo. Who did what, with what, and where? And who knows what is going on? There's a knock at the door. Room service. Room service has been, and Aulie is in lockdown with Christoph. I was hoping to hear from Ronnie or Hunter, but it could be Jill, or her real muscle. The knock comes again. 1 minute. I'm in loose shorts and a bare top. If I had a gun with me, it would be in my hand, but I don't. I put my hand across the spy hole in the door, a dangerous thing to do. Assassins wait for the light to go, then shoot through the hole knowing the target has their head there. No shot. So I look through. Hello, stranger, I say, opening the door to Georgie. I've never been on a cruise with half the elements this one has thrown at me, she exclaims. I should hope not. She visually examines me. Do I prefer this look or the uniform? Hard choice, she says, and we kiss. Sorry, she says. It looks like we might be friends again, but this is a dangerous game of friend or foe. No worries, I say. Actually, that's how all this started. What is? I tried to say no worries in Spanish and got it all wrong. The woman at the airport corrected me, and now she's on board working in ship security. Or is she? We kiss again, and I know this is going to lead to trouble.